Hey guys, how's it going? So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the possibility of Pepsi investing into Aurora. So, even though I think Aurora stock may drop all the way down to $5 per share, at the end of the day, I don't care. I'm just going to hold on to it. And if it actually sees that price tag, I may make a huge investment into Aurora if I still have the cash, unless I go and spend it on stupid stocks. But definitely, or either that or Canopy. So like, if Aurora goes to like $5, Canopy's gonna go to like $32. So I'm probably gonna put a huge amount into Canopy and a huge amount into Aurora, because Aurora going down, Canopy's going down too. Else, if Canopy stayed at $42 and Aurora went to $5, I sell all my Canopy and I put it into Aurora. So I'm assuming both stocks will go down dramatically. So yeah, I do see a correction coming, but at the end of the day, this is only a guess. I've been hearing a lot of talk that the stock's gonna drop to $4 or $5, and that we're in a market correction right now. So yeah, take it with what it is. But anyways, Rockstar is owned by PepsiCo, and in this video, in this Midas Letter video, Cam Batley was holding a Rockstar drink. So let's just play it and I'll show you guys.
Okay. You recently announced that you had made an acquisition in Mexico. And so there's been a great deal of criticism about the markup in assets being rolled into publicly traded cannabis companies, and so
I can assure you that nobody on our side had any prior ownership of that company. So before you even go there,
right,
that's
what is the cost of the Mexican acquisition was not disclosed in the press release.
It's not disclosed for a couple of reasons. One, we haven't completed our DD, so we're going to complete our due diligence on that, and there will be subsequent announcements. And once we get to the definitive, obviously all that information will be out there, and it's got to go to the board as well.
Right.
So we've got a few more steps in that process. In addition, it's also for competitive reasons. We don't necessarily want to give away what we're paying for certain assets, certainly until it's done, and especially when we're still in the hunt in other parts of the world for additional assets that complement our story and our strategy.
Well, fantastic. What other countries are you looking at that really excite you?
As you can tell, Cam Batley was saying that, we're going to be acquiring more stuff. Yay, dilution, right? I'm telling you guys, Aurora is going to dilute the crap out of your stock, and you're going to have to take it. Either that or you switch to Canopy. One of the two choices. But, there's still a possibility that Pepsi might invest into Aurora, because Aurora, at the end of the day, is still a great business. Yeah, let's continue on to the next video.
Awesome.
And it's growing fast.
The United States now, everything is evolving and percolating along there with the passage of the Farm Bill. Well, it's not signed into law yet, but it has been approved in first reading.
It's passed both houses. It's going to the president for a signature.
Sure.
And this, again, is going to create another market that we think is going to be very favorable for us. Because we know hemp and we know CBD, and there aren't a lot of companies in the world that have our expertise and capabilities with respect to hemp and the creation of hemp-derived CBD. If you think about it, we have majority control of Hempco. We took that majority control in part in anticipation that things were going to change on a favorable basis in the U.S. We also have AgriPro in Europe, that's Lithuania-based, and it's the largest producer of organic hemp in the European Union.
Really?
And also ICC Labs in South America, the core of our Latin American operations is in both cannabis and hemp. So we have a very specific strategy that we'll be unveiling over time to see us enter that market in a way that does not upset our exchanges, which is
Sure.
always one of our first
Now,
considerations.
about that, the TSX is still saying that there's no permission for companies operating U.S. cannabis assets. Sure. Okay.
Sorry, I wanted to say something before I jump to the next scene. So that whole Hemco thing, sorry, not Hemco thing. The hemp, when Donald Trump signs the bill, it could create a catalyst for Hemco, maybe Aurora. So I don't know. It may, like, on Monday we might have a catalyst, but that's why I didn't sell all my stock. You know, you never know in the stock market. You never know if something can happen. Like Aurora next week could get a Pepsi deal, and Aurora could skyrocket to $14. I don't know that for sure. That's why I'm not selling all my shares. I'm gonna hold long term, even though a lot of people talk about the stock crashing to $4 or $5. So you know, that's why I have a lot of cash. And I found that swing trading and day trading is not very effective when it grows growing your money. The most effective way to grow your money, maybe I'll make a video on that. I think the most effective way to grow your money. So I'm gonna make a video on that. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Anyways, let's continue on with this video.
Okay, let's talk financials now a bit for Aurora. What are you projecting?
Having another good quarter. I'm not projecting just yet, but you're getting ahead of me here. Don't get ahead of me, James. But we're having another good quarter, and that's, you know, we will be wrapping it up at the end of December. We're reporting in February, and this time, by God, I want to get credit for a good quarter, because you'll remember what happened in our last reported quarter that we reported in November, and that was to September 30th. We had a really, really good quarter, and then we had 3 other companies report in the 2 days after us, and it kind of brought the market down, which is too bad, because
well, the market's been suffering the slings and arrows of a broad sort of general downturn in the economic outlook. I mean, I think the World Bank has reduced its projected global growth. Certainly the trade war with China and the United States isn't helping things. And then, of course, the pressure on interest rates to continue rising and the uncertainty around that has all sort of converged at this final quarter of the year with tax law selling to make everything look as ugly as anything has in a decade practically. So, you know, I really look at the cannabis space.
But that's okay, because investors are going to pay attention in 2019, because it's going to be a year full of catalysts.
That's my point. It's a shopping opportunity.
It is a huge
Things are on sale. It's a discount. And
not just, I mean, I don't mean just for our stock. I mean, I think across the sector, there's some gems. There's some really good companies in this sector that have been performing well and, you know, delivering good quarters. And so I do think that there are multiple opportunities. And I always tell investors not to put all your eggs in one basket, but rather have a basket of stocks if you want to participate in this sector. And I tell that directly to our investors as well. Do your homework, and if you like ACB, that's wonderful, and we're proud to have you as a shareholder. But, you know, have a look at some of the other companies, and particularly companies that have a different strategy, because there are different strategies, I think, that will succeed in this sector on a global basis.
Wow, you make me want to buy the stock right now. Which is
Okay, so I just wanted to add in that James was talking about, you know, possibility of a market crash and Cam Batley, and then at the end they kind of talk about there's a possibility. I mean, there's a lot of catalysts coming. Cam Batley saying there's a lot of catalysts in 2019 that will propel the stocks. So he's saying that, you know, they're saying that's a buying opportunity when these stocks crash. So that's why I have lots of cash. I wanna bet on the big players winning, and I'm done with small players. So most of my money will be in big players from now on. So yeah. Let's continue to the next one, the last one. So this one's pretty important. I have a calculator up. Yep. Okay.
stuff like that. Another catalyst for us will be in the very short term the impact of soft gels. So we now have our soft gels being produced out of Aurora V on the island of Montreal. They're now in both the medical market and the consumer market. That's a great product. These are 10 milligram capsules. They sell for $45 for 30 capsules. So once again, high margin. And we'll be selling as many of those as we can. And our capacity at our existing facility, Aurora V, is to produce up to 1.4 million of those capsules every week.
That's a lot.
So 1.4 million capsules per week. 1.4 million divided by 30 pills. That's 466 or times $45 a pack. That's $2.1 million per week if they manage to sell all the capsules. I've been looking on the medical store, and most of those capsules already sold out, and I think they'll be able to sell $2.1 million of capsules per week, including the dry and the pre-rolls. Yeah, I think Aurora's gonna make a lot of money. I just wanted to point that out because, you know, wanted to show you guys. Anyways, let's continue the video.
That's a lot of pills.
That's a lot of pills.
Okay, so where is profitability on the timeline for Aurora?
Well, you know, I've been flirting with this for some time, and every time I've said, cautiously, I think, you know, by the end of 2018, we've had a couple of other things come along, opportunities, acquisitions, and stuff like that. So we're still not far off, and my feeling is a couple more quarters, and we're there. I think we'll be there ahead of a lot of other companies. And the reason why is simply because revenues are rising so fast. You know, our G&A has been, you know, pretty hefty because we've had things to deal with. We've had to deal with integrations from some pretty big companies, including, you know, MedRelief and Canamed. And we've also expanded around the world, so our operations are costing us money. But the G&A is not growing, is not going to grow as fast as revenues, not even close over subsequent quarters. And our sales and marketing expenses obviously are going to come down because, you know, we saw kind of a one-time hit in the opportunity with the more flexible regulations ahead of October 17th. That won't be repeated for some time. So we're getting very, very, very close.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, Ken, well, that's a fantastic update as usual. I'm sure that our audience is doing backflips. You've got some great supporters out there. Ta-da!
I'm doing backflips. I'm just kidding. Yeah, he points out that they're not going to be profitable until probably springtime. And, you know, that may not even happen. So we might go through an entire year of no profits because Aurora is being too aggressive to growing instead of focusing on profits. At the end of the day, I'm not the one that moves these stocks. It's rich people, it's billionaires, because there's, you know, Aurora has a market cap of $7.8 billion. You know, like, normal people can't move that. Normal people can't even move the stock like 1 cent. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a leecher on rich people's money. At least this is how I see it in the stock market. Anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe for future updates. And have a great day. Give me a thumbs up. It helps me grow as a channel. Bye.